Hello guys, welcome back to another video. This time we're back in my world in Valheim. So just a quick update about what I've been doing. So again, I've been adding in some extra walls. Also been doing a lot of production silver. I've upgraded all my armor to padded armor this time. I think you move quicker. So I'll just put this stuff away. If you guys don't know how to move metal, because if you do it with a boat, it can be extremely time consuming. And I've found that almost as soon as you put anything on a boat, the game wants to kill you. So after I was so sick of losing boats and getting attacked and just, you know, death mosquitoes coming out from nowhere in the middle of the ocean. I even got, you are being hunted while I was in the middle of the ocean, and there was 8 wolves in the middle of the ocean swimming after me. So the algorithm in the game is always, as soon as it knows that you're doing something that you need, it's going to kill you. So what you do, I'm not going to show you my seeds because I don't want anyone to come on to my seed. But you just set up a different world, and I just called mine metal. So let's say that if I was in a biome and I wanted to get back some silver ore, let's say I'm on the mountains. So I pick up the silver ore and then I log out and then go to the other seed. So when you change worlds, everything on your person also goes to that new world. So when you first set it up, make sure you take a hammer, make sure you take some wood, so you can set up a table and then you set up a chest. So you go from the mountain, you take all your silver ore, you log out, you log into your new world, you take everything off your person and put it into the chest, then you log out of that world, log back into your own world, and then travel through the portal, come back to your smelter, stand in front of the chest, because then it doesn't matter about weight. You log out, you go back to the other world, you take all the ore that you have in that chest, you log out of that world, log back into this world, and you will have all of your ore back on you right in front of your smelter. Now, I didn't do that at first because part of the game is the adventure. So if you want to still play hardcore, you know, you don't have to do this, but it definitely saves a lot of times, particularly when you're talking about copper and all that sort of stuff. So and if you want to set up different biomes and move metal around. So there's a good little trick that you can do. I've had a bit of problems with my chicken breeder. So it was working perfectly, and then all of a sudden the 2 on the left stopped producing. So I don't know why. Okay, so I've always had it, like I said, I've never had problems with my pigs with 4. I've always had problems with the wolves with 4, and the chickens were going fine, and then, like I said, all of a sudden it stopped happening. So I took them out and I killed one of them and then put one back in, and now I've got 3, and that seems to be working again quite well. Alright, so they're hungry at the moment, so I'll just give them some seeds. So those guys are working well, and this one by itself is actually producing eggs off the middle hen. So that's fine. But I noticed something when I did this, and it's really quite weird. So we'll go have a look at my chicken breeder. So I don't know how or why this is happening. But if we come down, so this side is just for my eggs. Sometimes the eggs stay up on top, they turn into chickens, and then I get my hens there, which is fine. I don't care if I have some chickens running around here. But I came in here just to check whether there's some eggs being popped out. And this chicken has bred 3 wolves and a pig. So and the wolves have then started making their own babies. But the chickens that were in here were actually me taking eggs from that side of the system and putting them in here, just so I've got some eggs in here. So I don't know how or why, because my wolf breeder is over here. So there's my wolf breeder. So I don't see how the wolves could breed into my chicken pen. So, and a pig, there's a pig in there as well, and there's no way, there's no way that they can get in, because this is the only entrance that, even if they stepped up on top of each other, they'd burn to death. So I have no idea why there's wolves and pigs in there. Apart from that, everything's working quite well. Now I've got wolves, now I've got pigs, now I've got chickens down in the moat, and they just keep going. So you get a lot from eggs. So beating Yagluth is one of the best things. You get this high energy food, omelettes, and also I've got these meat platters, but you can tell there by just my health and my stamina bars, which makes all the difference when you go into the Mistlands, which is where I'm up to now. Alright, so let's go have a quick look at that. And so I've set up a couple of biomes. That one got destroyed. I'll go to my base first. Alright, so the Mistlands are extremely difficult. You get killed constantly, and the Jarls and the Seekers. It's a difficult biome to get around. Like I said in my last video, I was lucky enough to find a pretty decent base. So there was only one dwarf in here that I had to kill, so I killed him. I've renovated the place, cleaned it up. I found these utiles or Uton mushrooms, again very important. So I started trying to farm them over anywhere I could, and as soon as I put them down they just get destroyed. So what I did is that I just got my hoe and I extended out here. Now I don't think this is going to work for everyone, but if you do, you can just sort of extend out and you can then get a bit of grass that you can then plant on there. So, and this hasn't been attacked yet. Okay, which has been great. So that's what sort of got me going. So they're quite difficult to find. So once you find a couple, I always try to think about what could go wrong. So if you find 3 of them, make sure you put 2 away and just try to farm 1 just to make sure that it's going to work. So so this is where I've started. So I still haven't got anywhere near any crypts or anything yet. I've found some skulls, I've found some swords, but like I said, I've got my wisp light now, so I can start using that. But I didn't realise I had my boat there. The first time all this got destroyed and I had to sail all the way back, as I was sailing back, I realised that I was right next to the Ashlands as well. So I've set up an area here, which is right on the edge of the Ashlands and the Mistlands. So now I'm able to farm this pretty safely. Now also, so again, this has only been attacked once by a Jarl, and I've also got a tree root right here, so I can collect my sap as well. So I think this is the best place for anytime you want to set up in the Mistlands. Just try to find yourself a biome that's safe. Now, the Ashlands, there's nothing in here. You've got the Surtland monsters, but they do nothing. So they're really, really easy to defeat. So I've set up, now my base is just there. if you look over there, there's my base just there. So that's how close I was. I've also got another base just here. You can't see because of the mist at the moment, but there's another base that was destroyed. So just moving to the edge of the map seems to be a lot safer. Now, I haven't worked out what to do with the sap yet, but like I said, these Juton mushrooms are excellent for making better food, and they really advance you along, because instead of, you know, dying all the time, you've got lots of health, you've got lots of stamina. So all this area is gone from producing food to basically just producing seeds for the eggs. And my padded armor, I've been upgrading that, so I just did a mission to get some more iron so I can do something with that and keep upgrading this padded iron. Well, there we go, there's a quick update for you. There's a couple of wisps, go grab some of them. Alright, and so if you've got any comments about sap, what do I do with it? I'm still learning about the Mistlands. And also, does anyone know how to make the feather cape? What do I need and where do I find it? I've seen some people talk about black metal and all this sort of stuff, but I haven't been able to find any of that yet in the Mistlands. But anyway, like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next update. See you then.